Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Masters of the Universe Masterverse New Eternia Panthor figure from Mattel. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks incredible, and yeah, it's a big giant cat. As you can see, it kind of blends into my background here. So obviously I love the color. It's just this really nice deep purple, looking a little more blue through my the viewfinder on my camera, though I'm sure that might look different in editing. But yeah, just this really nice metallic purple. I can see the metallic not being a lot of people's bag, especially because it's supposed to be a cat, but I don't know, I love it. I was already planning on picking up the Panthor figure once they finally released it, and yeah, it was like on site once I saw that it was metallic purple as well, so that's awesome. We get some painted spots here on the top, nice and subtle, just a little splashes of black. And then for the body shape, I mean, from what I understand, I don't have the Battle Cat figure, but this is pretty much the exact same figure. I think even the head sculpt is the same, which is in keeping with those vintage figures. And speaking of that face, just amazing work here. I love the translucent plastic here over the eyes. So the eyes are kind of like, pardon me, a graphic in the back, and then you got that kind of glassy part. Just makes it look a little more real. Gives us nice ferocity. Nice sculpt there as well in terms of like the teeth, the mouth, just everything looks very, very nice. You know, kind of more pink plain plastic here, not really any washes or anything, but still sculpted really well, looks nice, just does what it needs to do. And yeah, beyond that, got details everywhere. Again, that details in the fur, just pretty much everywhere. And then we get down to the claws. Those are painted very, very nicely, nice glossy black. And that continue on the feet, we get a nice matte black for the pads. And those are sculpted and painted in. They didn't have to do that, but that's awesome to see. So especially if you're doing some running or clawing poses, those will show up very nicely. Then, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, it's an amazing looking, like sculpted black, pardon me, purple panther. So that will do it for aesthetics. We get a great loadout of accessories, and as you saw in the intro, most of that is actually armor. So starting with that, first we have the helmet piece done very, very nicely. This is all in this nice deep forest green metallic plastic. We get a little bit of a silver dry brush going on as well, some darker spots. So, you know, are they? They might just be the light catching it. But that silver really does bring some like really nice aging to it. Sculpt is great. You get like dings and just, you know, it looks worn and like it has been through battle, which is excellent. It just fits right on the face of the figure and holds pretty nicely as well. Then we get the body armor. This is nice and intricate. You can see we got that kind of stone pattern. Actually, I know there's a name for this exact type of stone pattern, but what we see on Castle Grayskull here on the top. Then we got some more of the metal style design. Again, we have that silver dry brush coming back in. The little horn things are silver. Also like monster face going on there. We even got more of a human ogre style face here at the front. I love that touch. Again, more dings, scratches, all that fun stuff. We get some leather details going on over here. Kind of the side kind of looks like the skirt piece that you see on Skeletor and He-Man. We got some ring here. We got a skull over here. Nice little bat going on. And on the back, we got the spinal column style design. And yeah, that'll do it for that. Just really nice stuff. And you know, unfortunately no paint to these side leather details, but they are good. You can see a little bit of pegs a couple of pegs there. And that is for the strap, which you just kind of put through here, and then you plug that in nice and snug to the figure like you would a belt. Then finally, we get a couple of bracers for the front paws. So as you can see, same motif going on here, again with the silvers and the greens. Then finally, we get a spear for Skeletor, and a cool design going on here, the skull here at the top, more of a stone look to the blade itself, and then kind of a basic style handle. And yeah, no paint or anything, just is what it is. So that will do it for accessories. Articulation here is fantastic, and yeah, just Mattel has really brought it with articulated animals, dinosaurs, just whatever, and this is no exception. So starting off, we do get an articulated jaw, so you can see you can open about that far, close it about that far. One of the things I love about this is that the upper jaw is, you know, just kind of hinged at the back, so the teeth are bared when it's open. When you shut it, they kind of retract a little bit. So it still looks like mean and angry, but not as mean and angry when the mouth is shut. Then the head, we are in a ball joint, so we get some rotation. Go up a little bit, we can come down a little bit. Then we get another ball joint here at the base of the neck, so we can straighten out about that far. Can't really look up, but we can look down very, very nicely. We do get a little bit of side to side with that combination as well. For the front legs, come out about that far, in about that far. We can rotate up to about here. We can rotate back to about there. Single jointed at the kind of front knees. And these definitely took some heat to get going on here, but so you can come up about that far, you can fully straighten them out. Then we have hinge, and there's a swivel up here as well because of that single joint. For the feet, you can come down about that far, come up really nicely, and more rotation than rocker, but there's some movement there for side to side. Then we get a ball joint here at the diaphragm, ball joint at the waist. So get a little bit of arch, come down, you can get, kind of a arched cat back, and we get some really nice side to side, so you can get kind of nice curves going on there. So good walking poses. You get rotation from both of those joints as well, as you can see. So awesome work. Come down to the back legs come out about that far. One leg looks like it's coming out further than the other. I don't know what this one's getting caught on. Might be the sculpt itself, but as you can see, so one does, at least on mine, comes out a little bit further than the other. Go in about that far. Yeah, there's something going on with that back leg. All right, I'm gonna have to look at that. But so there's that. Back leg comes forward that far, comes all the way up. Then we get a single hinge here at the knee, so we can fully straighten out. Come to about that far, not quite 90. We do have a smaller hinge swivel here at the top of the foot, so you can get about that. You get a little bit of rotation, though you do run more into the sculpt there. And then the back feet are the same as the front. Finally, we get a tail, so you can see a hinge and swivel here. So you can come to there, you can swivel around, you can change the direction of the tail, you can come up. So that's about it. No bendy wire or anything like that. So that will do it for articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here they are with some articulated animals and dinosaurs. With some other Masterverse. With some domestics. With some imports. With some monsters. Finally, with yours truly in human form in both 1/18th and 1/12th scale. So my final thoughts on the Masters of the Universe Masterverse New Eternia Panthor figure from Mattel is that this figure absolutely kicks ass. I was really excited when Battle Cat came out, because obviously that meant we were getting Panthor at some point. It feels like it's been forever since Battle Cat came out. That was probably about 2 years ago. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But here we are, and we finally get Panthor. I think it's perfect for what it is. Like, this is everything it should be. Again, the metallic purple puts it over the top for me. Just instantly in the realm of my favorite figures released this year so far. And this is a Mattel Creations exclusive, at least as of right now. I don't know if that's supposed to change at any point. But yeah, it's the only place you can get it. So, go pick it up there while it's still there. And if you're seeing this review after that is the case, I wish you the best of luck on the secondary market. So that being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. And if you did, I hope to see you back here, because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, and more. So if any of that appeals to you, come on back. Let's just talk about some really nice plastic and escape the world for a while. But really, at the end of the day, I hope you're well. I hope that all of your toy dreams come true. And most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.